And welcome back, folks, to more Rogue Trader Warhammer 40k. Last time we played, we did the prison planet. Now we need to either choose between getting our navigator or getting our tech priests. And I think chat decided to go to Owlcat 5. That's where the navigator is. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite house requires aid, and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Turn back. No one dares to give me orders. I feel like that's what we would say. Contact the station. Scan the station. Wave distortions of unclear genesis. Dock the station. We're going in. Oh. Not looking so good.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess! What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Servants of the damned. Got some strange guests on the station. Step back or I will unleash the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. Wait, how can a blind man see the starry sky? I do not know what you are up to, but I am in no mood for games. Abelard, if you would be so kind. Before you stands his lordship, the rogue trader Judge Chat von Valancius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Cronus Expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out that the Nobilite custom requires the Lord Navigator to introduce himself first, but given the unusual circumstances on the station, his lordship, the rogue trader, is willing to turn a blind eye to your hostility. Just this once. In this case, I shall turn a blind eye to your unceremonious invasion. But just this once. Very well, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felic Christoph August, keeper of this place. So you did not arrive to offer support to the traders. That is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Urac 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say that you are not on the guest list. The navigator looks at his guards and winces. The soldiers are quivering as if their tormented flesh were being flayed. Yet they keep clutching their weapons. I'm looking for the Lord Inquisitor Interrogator 1 Heinrichs van Kalux. Do you know anything about this present location? The Lord Inquisitor's Interrogator. I think I would know if such an important individual decided to pay us a visit. Provide me with a navigator and I will immediately depart this station. I do not think this is possible. Urac 5 is an observation station. We do not sign contracts, and we do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of the warp storms, and besides, you have chosen an inopportune time for negotiations. I came here in search of a navigator, so you come with me. Is that so? I do not think so. You cannot force me, you can only end my life. But this is not your heart's desire, is it? Perhaps we can help one another and reach a more beneficial agreement. What agreement are you talking about? You came to this station for a reason. House Orselio will not be able to help you in the current crisis until the current crisis is resolved. But if you aid us now, I promise we will reach an agreement, and that you will find satisfying, be it riches, influence, or the powers of our navigators. The blame lies with Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Urac 5. The old man was a great navigator, but he could not control his powers. I begged him to retire, but he was too obsessed with our mistress, Lady Cassia. His madness and stubbornness spelled doom for the entire station, for he opened his third eye in a fit of rage and unleashed the horrors of the warp on those who displeased him. Theobald, I knew, would never have used his powers in such reckless manner. It would be difficult to explain to the uninitiated, but I'm going to try. The warp currents in the system have been tumultuous for dozens of cycles, and have worn the veil between our worlds and the immaterium, thin and frail. At least here on the station, the ruinous powers are trying to tear it down completely and corrupt all living things. The servants were the first to fall victim to it. Oh, their bodies morphed, and pain and despair drove the poor souls mad. The lunatics took my mistress prisoner and almost destroyed the station. I rallied the few who still followed the light of the Golden Throne to set things right. The Lord Navigator is speaking the unvarnished truth. I bet this station is full of voices and whispers, all trying to break through from the other side, waiting for you to reach out and swing the door open wide. I sincerely hope the influence of the Immaterium has not yet affected your body and your soul. With all due respect, I advise you not to remain in the station. Return to your void ship. I need to save Lady Cassia. If you are not willing to help or indeed risk your life, you must leave now. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask for such a favor under different circumstances. And yet Lady Cassia's well-being, and yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness, but you may succeed. In order to ascend to the Mistress' chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part, and the other was lost during the mutiny. But even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary's doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priest ceaselessly performed the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The faithful hour is upon us now. The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. If it's so simple, why don't you do it yourself? I never said the feat would be easy to accomplish. The path to the laboratory and the guard room is blocked by the very same madmen who took over the station. They will not negotiate, and they are not afraid of displeasing the Navis Nobilite or incurring their emperor's wrath. They only bow to brute strength, something I currently happen to lack. I will rescue your mistress, but in return I require House Orselio to sign a contract with my protectorate. Well, I don't know about that. The rogue trader's aid will cost House Orselio, but you should rejoice, for your mistress will live. Alright. Gotta go.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
The premonition runs true.
Bodies were twisted, mangled.
White. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Hopefully.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh boy, this looks like a fighting room. Protect the child.
I won't heed your cries of mercy. while you still draw breath?
My faith strengthens me.
Moving out!
I think I got good parry. Alright, zap.
On it. What an unfortunate turn of fate. Will do. Anything else?
Okay, I gotta slow down my warp thing.
Stay vigilant. Break their morale.
Abelard, please.
I must not falter.
Follow my lead.
Weather the storm! Follow my lead.
It will be done. Indeed. One fewer time.
That's one of them. I think I'm hitting Abelard. Not all of them. Oh yeah, they're not affected.
Already done.
Alright, sorry, Abelard.
Suits my purposes.
Who even taught you to fight like this?
Nothing.
Follow my lead.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. I refuse.
Okay, well that's few of them gone.
As the Emperor commands, I act. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I've suffered worse.
But you killed your guy. What did you do?
Weapon at the ready.
Was that you? Or... But of course.
Moving out!
Alright, Abelard.
At your beck and reduced to dust.
It's not looking too good.
Victory is imminent.
Oh boy. Zap.
Nothing of value has been lost. Already done.
My faith strengthens me.
We got Revel and Slaughter.
Doubt is for the weak.
I don't think I have vision on that guy.
What is this foreboding? I'm not so sure. Follow my lead.
I've seen worse battles than this in my
All right, Abelard. Unload.
Beck and call. Your seneschal is always there for you.
What do you mean you got injured? Injured by what?
Field medicine at its finest.
Did you want something?
Right. No, he got attacked like 15 times, so. All right. Notes on how to be a servant.
Follow my lead.
Damn warp! If we'd been in real space, I'd have.
Spare me your wailing, witch. Every voice that sounds in your mind is a whisper of the archenemy.
Enjoyed this game. I spent it massively buffing my sister of battle and letting her rip and tear through all. Yeah, me too. I had like 3 officers and all they did was just buff Argenta. Every fight was 1 turn.
It's about time. Done.
Oh, mutant traitor.
None shall stand in my way. I rise to the occasion. I'll lay claim to the stars.
Oh yeah, there was like it could break the game wide open.
The Emperor favors me today.
What What in the world? Excellence matters.
Ooh. Long las. Sniper rifle.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay. Awaken the cogitator spirit. Call Rykad Minoris for help. Request data on the station's navigators. Click Orselio, alive. Theobald Orselio, alive. Calomira Orselio, deceased. Alexius Orselio, deceased. Rasmus Estevan Orselio, deceased. The child location, upper chambers, biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress level exceeds the permissible limit, status unknown, error. Calming procedures advised, attention. Upper chambers inaccessible, error, control rod not present. The rod has been misplaced. Immediately contact a station keeper. Alright, so stuff is going bad. Anyone could be a traitor. If you're in doubt, shoot to kill. Oh boy. Can we get our tech use? Open all doors. Error. Well, clearly this one. The passage has been opened? There we go. All help. computer.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
This cannot be. I did fine.
Failing 93% is
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
so sad. Persuasion. Who's our best talker? No one? Nope. Warp goggles. Move that to Adira. Now, I don't think there's anything left here.
Victory awaits.
Oh, there is a bunch of stuff here.
Pay attention.
Ripper auto pistol. Now, I believe these are the labs. Yeah. I think.
What in the world?
Oh yeah, we had to mix stuff together in the labs. I sent you the guide on Discord, really? Okay. The machine has 4 icons. You need to place an item in each. You must select the correct combination based on research notes that you found. If you pick the wrong material, the machine will explode. All right, so there's 2 combinations we can do. Either antidote or elixir of warp neutrality. What makes you immune to toxic, but you have a 10-point penalty on toughness. Or you're immune to warp damage for 10 fellowship. We'll do the antidote.
Halt! I noticed something.
They changed those, by the way. They now give you deflect and psychic power. Oh, really?
It's about time.
Alright, so tissue flask. Mutated flesh. Data, we need H. 41, okay. Biogel. I remember when I did this one on my own, when I played. I blew it up. Because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
What is that?
Oh, jeez. So it gives you +1 to psi rating, but you got 30% more chance to trigger Perils of the Warp. That's a little crazy. We'll use it on Adira. Wait, is Adira our only Psyker? Yeah, right?
How may I serve the dynasty?
I don't know if it worked. Yeah, it did. Our psi rating is 2 now. I hope you like playing with warp phenomena. It's fine. If anything, it'll be funny. Yeah, +1 warp is a psi rating is kind of crazy because everything scales on that. 30% warp thing is also very, very crazy. Uh-oh. Heresy.
Experience? Nothing matters more. None shall stand in my way.
You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well? The crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor, so flimsy, they fall at the slightest touch. One is hiding a blind man, the other a traitor. Who do you see? Thank you. Everything is clear now. The station has enough problems with your sorcery, psyker. I have many questions regarding what happened to the station. The madmen I fought were convinced that we were traitors. Most of the corpses I discovered were either unarmed or feeble. You ignored the password that was sent to Yvain Winterscale. Destroying the shuttles, shutting off the power, and disabling security systems. Too many things require special access. Access available only to the keeper of the station. I listened to a recording of a private conversation between the station's officers. You were very lenient towards them, purposefully neglecting the security protocols. Who's this child? I do not trust you as far as I can throw you, Felek or Celio.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Stand your ground.
Just a minor setback.
Stay vigilant.
What's with them always going for,
Anything else?
for Abelard? Oh man. Thought I gave myself an angle here.
Will do.
By the light of holy terror. Witchcraft!
Oh my god.
Did always want to be a martyr.
Break them all.
I must not falter. Weather the storm.
Follow my lead.
Suits my purposes. Let's see how they respond to this. Nothing I can't... Ah! Another clean strike! Suits my purposes.
Follow my lead.
Why did he not do his turn?
There is movement in the Empyrean.
I gotta do better when it comes to that.
Not again.
How you doing, Miyu?
Weapon at the ready.
Follow my lead.
Brace yourself,
Onward.
Abelard. My faith strengthens me. Pain and
Abelard.
prove my
Not a
mettle.
problem for me.
Yeah, take care of this guy.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Indeed. I took care of this one.
Here we go. I'm not expecting much from Abelard.
Not my worst day. Yet.
Anything else? Be gone.
Absurd!
Break them around.
Something bad happened to Adira. That's a demon.
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do.
You will vanish when the others are dead. Hey, others who are dead, you mean my party or?
Problem for me.
It will be done. I will do my duty.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Who's that?
Suits my purpose. Opposing me was your biggest mistake. Nothing I can't do.
It will be done.
I shall not fear. All too easy.
All right. Up.
At your beck and call.
Up.
It will be done. I will do my duty. I'll revert to more conservative tactics.
Not a problem for me.
I am your opponent.
Suits my purposes.
It will be done. A tactically sound approach. Indeed.
No, I wanted to charge.
Victory is imminent.
You didn't stand a chance! I'll see you terminated.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Mocking me.
Armored body, keeper control, tactical goggles. Oh, tactical goggles could be good for Deadshot stub revolver.
A new challenge for
Could be
me.
good for Argenta. He had a control rod? Alright, that was a little rough, but everyone's still alive. All that matters. From what I remember, that's all there is here.
We must act. I'll lay claim to the stars.
The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet misted eyes. Her spiny gills slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. When your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. You are enveloped in a despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead. Your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions, and your will pushes back against the illusion. Ow, 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 ow. As if my own little pals weren't bad enough. Now this one's barging into my head. Someone stop her. Heresy. By the Emperor, if you do not stop your sorcery immediately, I will shoot you in the head. Lady Cassie, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you? Judge Chat Von Valancius. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. The heavy-set old man, who has been kneeling nearby, erupts into low sobs. His eyes, swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has been ripped away from them. The child! Lady Cassia, where are you? The sacred child? Throne, preserve? Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's aid. You... My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you. One wrong move will bring the wrath of Horse Orselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged, it's making the whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of a dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. At the present, I am trying to determine what is happening on Urak 5. I'll grant that you do not look like the pirates who have come coveting the riches of Erect Station, or like scoundrels in Felix service, so who are you? Abelard, introduce us. His Lordship, Rogue Trader Judge Chat Von Valancius, heir to the Great Protectorate in the Cronus Expanse, and bearer of the Sacred Warrant of Trade, extends his greetings. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy. How interesting. Your kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful. And so House Orselio now asks a service of you, save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer, think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today, you decide. Service, do you ask me? Save the sacred child, take her away from the station. I fear I do not have long left. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Auronto, acting head of House Orselio. In the Cronus Expanse, rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Such a fragile thing with such heavy burden upon her shoulders. You're talking as though you expect to die here. My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felix inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Raise the throne slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of. You need help. There's a Medicaid deck on my ship. What happened between you and Felix? Felix was my wayward student. He came to Urac 5 as a callow youth. Personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved just to be another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, reveling in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our novators, Siphon Orselio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy, the renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come to age and taken up the novator's throne. Felix accused you of treachery. I can give you my word as a member of Navis Nobilite. If this honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you, I guarded this station against calamity and incursions from without to the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant. I faithfully protected the child during the coup. I made my decision. The last thing I need is a monster on my ship. Cassia shall remain here, and you shall serve as a navigator on my vessel while you still live. Oh, we'll take Cassia. Good, good. Allow us to say our proper farewells.
Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child. It is all over now. It is over.
What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Child, please, listen to me very carefully. One last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Coronus Expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
No, not you too. Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze. You're coming with me. Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urac 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald. What are you going to do to me?
Lady Cassia, let us aid one another. Become my navigator, and I shall restore you to House Orselio at the earliest opportunity.
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator. Let us go. I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
Oh, we got a new character. Three ranks available. Oh man, how are we gonna build this character? From what I remember, willpower was like ultra good with her. Oh boy. Enemies damaged by the navigator suffer 10%. Every turn, the navigator gets an additional action point. Every odd turn, the navigator gets 20 perception. That's actually not too bad. Every enemy that the navigator has in their line of sight has its dodge and hit chance reduced by 5. Also kind of good. Navigator starts all turns, including extra turns, with 3 additional movement points. Yeah. I mean, this is actually pretty good, too. Mastery of time. Whenever an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the navigator gets a stacking 5 willpower. Okay. Navigator makes all the resistance tests with willpower. That's very good. If the navigator's willpower is higher than their toughness, their navigator wounds are calculated according to the willpower. That's really good. I'm taking mind over matter. When an ally uses heroic acts, that ally gains temporary wounds. Okay. Range of the officer's abilities increased by 3. That's super good. When an officer uses an ability on an ally, gains a bonus to perception and ballistic. Just on what? Fellowship. Okay. In 6, that's pretty decent. Allies affected by the officer's abilities gain bonus to resistance tests. Whenever an officer's ability grants action points to an ally, the ally gains +1 to all For every action gained. Okay. Officer gains 10 willpower and 10 fellowship when they have 50 or less. Okay. Oh. I can do navigator abilities. Voice of command is so good. Allies that are targeted by the navigator's power gain 10 armor. Navigator powers gain +1 damage for every 5 points. Every 5 points characteristics of the navigator staff. That's good, but later. Navigator heals 6 wounds at the beginning of each turn and gains 1 additional wound for every navigator talent taken. Is that what it is? He also heals. That's actually really good to keep her alive. If the navigator's perception is higher than their agility, their dodge is calculated with perception. I think that's also very good. I'm gonna go with the heal. Surprising no one. Air of Authority. Get back in the fight. Oh yeah, this is really good. Perception. No, willpower. Whenever an enemy fails a resistance test against the navigator's power, attacks against them gain 30% critical hit chance. Whenever the navigator uses a navigator power, veil degradation reduced by 1. That's good with Adira, though. I think I'll take this. Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong. We'll probably take the perception ability after that. Okay.
Victory awaits!
An OP character with no downside? Yeah. I like this shield. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctus Nabis has been prepared for the communion trial, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first... Your heart starts beating furiously, your breath comes short and choppy. Your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Bigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. First, I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. What do you want to talk about? I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped. But you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position. For that, I am grateful. But now, I'm ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. I shall ensure that all necessary supplies will be delivered. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is open. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. Initiating communion ritual. You hear the exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard, then the stifled gasp of the Lady Navigator, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, and the faint whisper of a brush. I see violet vortexes lashing on an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming waters, armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter, forsaken by her father, yearns for her brother. And the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. Voxmaster, see to it that you receive 5 lashes for this show of clumsiness. Leave the Lady Navigator undisturbed. The soul-shredded screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's right, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what's left of them. Rogue Trader, I feel that I have unfortunate news. The endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two. And my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you need me. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time. Regrettably, we arrived too late to evacuate the residents of the station. The warp disruptions affecting Owlcat 5 twisted the bodies and minds of its attendants. The corruption failed to affect Lady Cassia, thank the Emperor. The navigators are trained to resist the Immaterium's pull. With your permission, I would like to remind you that we are still looking for an Engine Seer Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We're also missing some crew. And much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrichs van Kallox, right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for certain he was not at Owlcat 5. We should keep in mind when making future plans. Thank you. That's all for now. All right, we got one place to go. Well, there is the void ship, but There is some commotion at the officer's deck. The navigator has left her quarters and is in the wardroom. Okay. What is it?
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
It pleases me to see you adjusting to life aboard the ship.
Compared to Urak 5, your ship is a boundless world of unfamiliar hues. And yet, the abundance of bright colors can at times be wearisome on the eyes. The bridge and the decks are so clamorous. In my search for a place of quiet, I was fortunate to come upon this islet of serenity filled with rare tomes and practically devoid of color.
Are you satisfied with your new attendance?
Your servants are somewhat sluggish when it comes to attending a noblewoman of the Navis nobility, but they are quite tolerable. Thank you for your concern.
I hope that you have had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
I see you're fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing. Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
The events that took place on Urak 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you. Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying? You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Quite right. I would ask you to mind what you say from now on. It is indeed difficult for me to feel empathy for a mutant. However, the crew's well-being hinges on that of its navigator. I am beginning to think, Lady Cassia, that the feelings I have for you are far more complicated than common sympathy. I mean, we just met, bro. I'll keep it in your pants. You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural. They are good, they are bad. It is just as natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
Cassia's the romance thing reminds me so much of what was her name in Baldur's Gate 2? Eri? The cleric mage?
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Yeah, that too. I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so... private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Perhaps my officers did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
First female character that joins goons immediately. And before you say, well, Adira was there and Argenta. Yeah, but they were already there. All right, going to Rykad. Oh my god. 3 seconds. All right. Sacred cult, I'm ready to receive them. I know. I mean, this is tutorial area too. Oh, I didn't see this though. I don't remember this. This must be the DLC. My shield. I love my shield. It's so stupid. Those on the deck watch in awe as the final figure moves gracefully into a ceremonial pose. Some of the officers whisper in excitement while others murmur prayers to the God Emperor.
The Undying Emperor commanded us to spin a web of blood around his children, and we obeyed. We obey still.
Cabela? Yeah, I don't remember Cabela when I played.
Domin von Valancius, death has whispered your name. We disown Domin Theodora. We renounce our oath to her. And now we give the gift of our blood to you. It is the gift of death. Death has whispered your name. The followers of the tenets of the web swear fealty to their new overlord and offer proof of their devotion.
You okay? You need a med kit or something?
We give you a blade, the silent verdict. The Undying One has chosen you to wield this instrument of death. We give you one of our own, Kibella. She will be your shield and shadow. And we give you the blood of these traitors. The tenets of the web will purify their souls.
You've heard many stories about death cults, such as this one. These devoted holy assassins of the Imperium have turned death into a form of worship. They're exemplary slayers, invisible executioners, and the scourge of traitors, heretics, and fallen souls. Interesting. So a death cult watches over my crew? They who honor the Emperor through killing, who devote every deed to serving him, sacred executioners.
The Domin has discerned our essence. This is a great honor for the blood-spun web. We have woven the bays of this ship together with the threads of our faith for many years. We keep the greatest relic, his tarot, through which he sends us his blessed revelations. We obey the whispers of the Undying One. This is our service to him. This is our service to you.
How interesting. Devout assassins who believe themselves to be instruments of a higher power. They revel in violence and cannot tell the difference between bloodthirst and piety. They follow their faith blindly, unaware of how closely they tread the corruption and depravity. Look at them. They stand on the edge of a precipice. The smallest push will send them plummeting into the abyss. You could be their downfall. All you have to do is push.
A little push. What do you guys do?
The tenets of the web teach us to read the threads of the future and understand the hearts of others. When a soul is filled with the poison of corruption, we know its time has come. We bring liberation. 3 strikes, 3 rebukes, 1 blade. This is how we serve the Undying One. This is how we serve you and your flagship. But there are others, the virtuous martyrs who contravene his design without realizing it. Those who have come too close to faltering or committing an apostasy, but have not erred yet. We present such souls to the Undying One.
Continue to serve me, dancers of death. But henceforth, let my name be upon your lips when you shed blood. Well, that's heretical. I don't know. I find that acceptable.
Your name upon our lips.
Tell me about yourself, Kibella. Are you a leader?
I am the second spinner of the blood-spun web. The honor of this title is bestowed only upon those who have ushered more souls than... It is shameful to speak of one's own deeds. I'm here to become your shadow, not to make boasts.
And why have you brought this rabble on the upper decks?
So you may offer the souls of these traitors as a gift to him. You have the authority to order their execution. Their blood will bind us together through him. For the God Emperor, the Undying One, is death itself. Give the order, Domin. Let a spinner of the blood-spun web undergo the test of a sacred trial.
Give weapons to the traitors. Should we give weapons to the traitors? Or I will judge the traitors myself.
A dagger that has not sliced through sinew is nothing more than a toy. Let the final dance begin.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Welcome his embrace.
The Masters demand your death!
Bella has a remarkable background. As a death cult assassin, she can use a special ability called Raining Blood. When used, it causes the target of Cabela's next melee attack to explode in a burst of blood, covering the floor. Okay. And make more blood on the battlefield. Got two abilities, Blade Dance and Death from Above. We're not playing Mech Warrior. Weapon skill, agility, and strength. So she's a thief assassin.
Brings me no pleasure. Let your soul be. As honor ordains.
You're kind of crazy, though.
I shall not fail. The shadows will see death is a blessing. Cry, flee, pray. You cannot alter your fate.
Let the blood flow!
Death comes in silence. As honor ordains. Trust me. Caught by the web. As the tenants. I shall not come. The other side awaits.
Oh, she can just chain abilities.
Trust me. As honor, death is a blessing.
Someone get the moth. A cut to the heart, a cut to the throat, a cut to the stomach. These wounds have been inflicted according to his pleasure. The blood of the apostates will wash away the stain of their treachery, so that their souls may prostrate themselves before the Undying One's throne and beg his forgiveness. I have acted with reverence and shown proof of my loyalty. Will you accept me? Common Judge Chat, will you make me your shield and shadow? Your Lordship, the spinners of the blood-spun web were watching, tracking, and killing Von Valancius' enemies long before the warrant of trade passed to Lady Theodora. However, their blade has also been known to cut short the lives of highly upstanding persons. But I certainly do not in any way condemn the deeds of the deeply esteemed cult. I'm sure they must have a good reason. The cultists are the scourge of the seditious. They bring the unrighteous to ruin. The enforcers respect the blood-spun web, for we share a common goal, to bring his light and his harsh justice to the darkest depths of this ship. Scourge of the seditious or not, the folk are afraid of him for a reason. A couple of watches ago, these spinners took a train driver to pieces for some kind of ritual. I don't know what old Malok did to earn that privilege, but who's going to feed his family now? But that's the lower deck's problem. What matters is that the blood-spun web serves you faithfully, Lord Captain. My predecessor's predecessor once delivered a sermon on how the spinners saved this vessel from the servants of the archenemy. The blood-spun web paid the price in blood. A river of scarlet flooded the decks from bridge to bilge. They became the blood of the flagship. The pulse in its veins, the beat in its heart. Their great sacrifice earned them the favor of House Von Valancius. Seems that not all my officers have been presented to me yet. Professor Adalbert, your lordship, a humble servant of the Emperor. I'm entrusted with the high honor of being the ship's confessor, or in other words, the highest spiritual authority in your vessel. I'm here to oversee the purity of your crew's faith. All right. What does my retinue think? I've heard, through only at a distance, the prayers that the spinners offer up to him. I have seen how their deeds fill the people's hearts with confidence in the inevitability of his wrath. The blood-spun web's loyalty to the Emperor is without question, as is their willingness to lay down their lives in the fight against the archenemy. Although Lady Theodora never granted the cult an audience or brought a spinner in her retinue, she respected the blood-spun web and approved its mission. It's strange, their shadowy forms are swathed in darkness, yet a radiant light burns within them like scarlet flame. I think that's a good sign. You will be my shadow, Cabela. Henceforth, I am your shadow, Damen Judge Chat Von Valancius, an instrument of death placed in your hand by the Undying One, for so it is ordained. I also come bearing an invitation from the Vizier of the Blood-Spun Web. He wishes to know that the doors to the Undying One's temple are open to you. Where is the temple located? How was the event there, Brelix? I am not permitted to say. If you wish to find the temple, you must walk the path of Saint Arian, the matriarch spider. Hers was the thread that would become the blood-spun web. I will walk the footsteps of the matriarch spider. It was a Beyblade tournament. Did they let it rip? Did the theme song come on? That's great. That is not where I need to go. Oh, we got a level for our Blade Dancer. Oh my god. Okay. Be smart. Anytime an ability or talent uses the fellowship bonus, a Voidborn character can use the intelligence bonus. Wait, what are your stats before we do anything? Agility 50, intelligence 35. Okay, you just a speedy girl. Bloody mess. This is Voidborn now. Voidborn character has a 20% chance to survive a lethal damage. When a creature with a blood blessed or blood-stained effect gains 1 stack of this effect whenever raining blood is inflicted. Okay. Death Cult Assassin allies deal 7% more damage to enemies if both the ally and their target stand on blood-covered cells. Each time the Death Cult Assassin parries or dodges an attack, all enemies with the bloodstained effect suffer 1 stack. That's good. Creature with blood blessed or bloodstain gains 1 stack whenever bleeding, burning, or toxin. Okay. That's the same thing. I mean, if you get this, you might as well get this. That's it? That's all you get? I mean, probably movement points, but I feel like she's pretty fast. Hey there, Shen. How you doing? You're a merchant in this game? No, no. Wait, what? The Blade Dancer immediately returns to the cell where they started their turn. This movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. If the Blade Dancer used Death from Above, the movement repeats all uses of this ability in reverse. That sounds very funny. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh wow, she's got demo. Oh, make her my healer. You got no healing? Max out agility or weapon skill? The Blade Dancer's maximum wounds are increased by 9, but that scales on your dodge. Each attack made by the Blade Dancer increases the damage of all subsequent attacks made this turn by 5%. Blade Dancer can use a desperate measure and a heroic act in the same combat. Whenever a Blade Dancer is healed for the first time. Whenever a Blade Dancer uses an ability that costs wounds, they gain 3 movement. Okay. Whenever they kill an enemy, the resolve is increased. As long as the Blade Dancer has 2 swords equipped, the Blade Dancer's weapon skill is increased by Agi bonus. Okay. Whenever a Blade Dancer dodges an attack made by an enemy who attacks them for the first time, the Blade Dancer gains 1 charge of death from above. That's kinda good, though. Blade Dancer gets 3 weapon skill, 3 agility for every injury. No. Death from above deals double damage to enemies that have less than 50% wounds. That is very good. Once the Blade Dancer has killed 4 enemies in total, the next ability that requires spending wounds will cost no wounds and restore 13 wounds. Not bad. The Blade Dancer will gain 8% dodge and 2 MP for every unconscious ally in combat. That's kind of crazy. Whenever the Blade Dancer uses acrobatic artistry, their dodge and cover efficiency are increased by 5. Okay, parry. Okay, well, there's a lot of them that are really good. Should she have 2 swords, though? Because I feel like if we're scaling, if we're pumping Agi, right? Then this ability... Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll go guillotine. I'm going to assume chainsword is not the same as sword. Okay. You want to keep the spinner blade, why? Oh, for the crit chance?
Doubt is for the weak. I won't tolerate weakness.
Why did you not make the deflection stim in the station? I didn't know which one was which. That's why. I mean, having Adira be a bomb is kind of funny. No, the guide said one made anti-poison. And then you were like, no, they changed that. But the guide didn't say that. Welcome to Fright Hub LD987. Lord Captain, I am Edok Frenzo, captain of the enforcers in the lower deck bay LDA-14. The Master of Arms has assigned me to be your liaison for the duration of your stay here. Lord Captain, would you like to inspect the control room or begin your search for the Temple of the Blood-Spun Web? I thought you could only make one. Did you make both? You know how to reach the temple. Is there a problem with the compartment? Such ghastly place you describe. We're not heading there, are we, Lord Captain? Rejoice, Frenzo, for the Lord Captain himself has deigned to deal with your problems. Rest assured, I will provide some crucial guidance once I am done inspecting the bay. There we go. However, we're going to call it there for tonight already.
Follow my lead.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we will see you next time, which is tomorrow. With some... Why are you in the front? Oh, I'm going to need to change this. We'll see you next time for some... Wash Dump or Not. And something else. I think it's Gabriel Knight. No, it's Way of the Samurai. So tune into that if you're interested. On that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.